CT side start for Cole, right? Ence's pick, one that they're certainly terrifying on the best of times. And so Cole's work cut out for them. Ence the favorites over on GGBet. We'll see if that holds true. Yampy's already out Tikon. He's crept out into Olaf. He has been tagged, and so likely Cole are aware of this possibility. Blame is checking it on the timing. Config smoked off, and Yampy is trying to rush him down. Config hears the footsteps, but it's all too late. USP upgrade, and Yampy is in the site. Rush getting tagged. Aim punch being a problem. He goes back in with 1 point of health. Will they realize he's tucked back? Blame at the back of the site, and Poison will find the first for Cole. Trades are looking good for Ence, so they have a lot of room out on A, and Alu's patrolling the top of the train. Sergey fighting back, sees two at Old Bomb, and now Ence have the info, but the bomb's been dropped.
Yeah, and this pretty scrappy affair right here. Blame F versus Alu. The bomb has been retrieved. Alu considering what happens if I stick around outside, and he will for just a little while longer. And actually he's gonna go for this whole bomb plan here. He wants the whole enchilada. He's gonna get that bomb down. Blame F is gonna be able to find him there shortly after, but not the succeeding shots. Tucked in tight. Blame F starts to make his move.
Oh, Alu given a chance there, but doesn't get away with it. And so Blame, very, very low now. And Alu on the other side. Blame's going to start to close the distance. This is a very drawn-out fight. The Blame F is going to win. Complexity. They nab that pistol round out from underneath Ence's nose as they go 1-0 up. Getting off to a good start here on the map pick of Ence.
Yeah, there was actually kit dropped Ivy. Blame's going to run for it now. He couldn't grab it while he was fighting Alu in this position because he didn't want to go down trying to retrieve that. You see, he looks at it, runs for it, but just misses it by a millimeter. Still, he gets the kill early and has that 10-second defuse all locked in, all fine and dandy. So a strong start for Cole to begin. As you said on Ence's map pick, will they force off the back of the bomb plant? We often see AK armor in the second round on a few players, but just Eagles for the time being. Ence keeping it cool, and Cole going in with a big old buy. NATO's playing solo inner right now. We'll keep an eye on his positions in this series, whether he'll just be filling in for Obo, or if Cole have had time to change some things around. Will this be one of the maps that they've actually focused on, right? Or is it just a plug and play right now? Config spots players jumping across Pop Dog. Ence is setting up outside of B. NATO's already been tagged off as well with the Deagle, so got to drop a smoke and call for a rotate. Poison comes to assist.
Well, this is a chance for NATO to put up some numbers early on here. But as you mentioned, already tagged by the Deagle. Gonna drop that Molotov over at ramp. Now the upper push comes on in, and no one is there to hold it. So Sunny leaves NATO out of the round. A bit more return damage from Poison, but the bomb plant found here for Ence, and that's great for them. Are gonna struggle to get away with much more, but with Sergey putting up that kill, leaves it in a 2-on-2, and Config is 1 HP. This Glock on Alu could have dealt with him. Config somehow winning that out, and now Sergey all alone inside of the site, misses the timing onto Rush, who has now retrieved an M4, and he's trying to break these fights up. And there it is, Rush with the pre-fire. They know where he is, they've got his number. Complexity gonna grab the defuse. Didn't have a kit, so it was always going to be close, but this is still that second round on the board regardless.
Just close enough. There we go. That's probably more accurate. 2-0, Complexity go up.
Very successful round, though, for Ence, right? Like, Deagle armor on some of the players, a bit of util. They get 3 kills in the bomb plant, and that's going to facilitate this big old buy in round number 3. And Complexity took enough casualties. They're not exactly rich right now. That really was a pre-fire from Rush. Oops, out on Poison early, though, for Cole. That's what you like to see. Let's see if we get this head-to-head between him and Alu. Taking it over Yampy for the time being. Smoke out E-Box, some A utility, but setting up towards the B-bomb site. And not Sergey stealing that kill, it's Alu who grabs it from above. Poison's gone. And Ence have a man advantage.
Poison just got deleted, man. Like, double peeked from the 2 players there. The bullets all hitting in tandem. He never even gets a chance to react. Sunny holding for Config as well. He's been pretty active in showing his hand here in the Pop Dog, so they know he's likely going to be in this position. They're holding for someone to retrieve the AWP, and of course NATO wants to get his hands on it, and he will. He gets out of there. Neo's real happy with this, man. He knows like this is one of his times now to showcase what he's got in this game. And it comes nice and early on. The rest of Ence is setting up down towards Ivy. Config.
What?
Oh, dear.
Madman.
Damage, but not the kill. Sunny, I don't know how he gets away with that, but he does.
Is Orbs left inner?
Yeah, they fully stacked the outer sight. This is a real gamble, but it looks like it's going to pay off here for Complexity. NATO with his AWP. First shot misses. Aerial going to deal with Rush, and NATO Suffix trying to hold the line. Oh, he's got a lot of angles to worry about. No one's holding main, no one's holding pop, and so NATO gets ran over. It's all onto Blame in the blink of an eye. And considering that that was a full stack inside of the A site, that really does fall apart for Complexity.
Yeah, poor NATO there, right? He misses his opening shot. He doesn't get given a second one. And then with Ence not re-peeking, he realizes he's likely getting wrapped. 2 spots to look at, main and T-Con. And he looks, Pop rather. And he looks away from Pop just as the peek comes through. Full A setup does nothing. Blame's trying to hold onto his gun. And Sergey's still looking for this B kill. He might find it. Is Blame ready for a player so close? Sergey back down the ramp. Just patrolling this area. And it seems like Blame should be getting away all fine and dandy for now. Nice read from Cole, but execution from Ence is perfect. Blame, kill on the way out, won't do anything to the money. Ence is still sitting pretty with 3 alive. This was great for Config, right? Even though he doesn't get the kill, you know, he knows Sunny's spamming and hits him on the reload. He waits till the ammo's low and then goes, well, I'm going up the ladder. And he gets good damage. He saves his own life. If he climbed up, he may have been able to finish the kill, right? But he doesn't know that it's only 1 player above there, so he doesn't want to commit. Dangerous. Ence on the board. And pistols out for Cole, right? The money getting a bit broken here. That was the casualties in the second round retake that has left them with a lot to be desired in this one. NATO's pushed inner with Rush. And double headshot for Sergey. Perfect position.
Yeah, really easy there for Sergey. Could be some saving grace here. Should Config come alive. It's not going to happen. Sunny's got his number with the AK. Now Blame F and Poison are left to do anything that they can in this round. Good luck on them. Missed shot from Scott Poison, and well, actually, Blame F able to pick up 1 before he falls. We see Ence 2-2. This one's tied on up.
And it's about to get better, right? Cole broken fully now, no reason to invest. Keep 2. Blame could save some money if he wants to drop over the AWP, or he can buy Deagle. That works. Really going for it in this round. 6 and 2 though. It's got the numbers to back it up. Seeing some missed shots all across the board for Complexity right now. Let's hope they're not a little bit cold coming into this matchup. They've had a bit of extra time to warm up with Mouse Navi going the distance. And this one already started off strong. Ooh.
Great re-Molotov, though, to deny that top train position. Alu even sees a man falling back into old hell. Still looking like they want to commit to this A play, though. And a very, very heavy presence here from Cole. These Deagles are not to be underestimated. Config putting Aerial down in the dirt. Now Sergey closing the distance, makes his presence known. There's the repeat from Config, and he is going to pick it up with the D. Rush trying to hold Ivy side is good for 1. Config dealt with as well. And so now they can send Alu back to try and get his hands on this bomb. Complexity, they fell off of all these angles and they regrouped over towards Connector. And Ence, they don't look like they're committing to A. They actually give up that control in Ivy. Sunny's going to come back and rejoin Alu over here in main. And now for Cole, like, this is a bit of a problem because suddenly you were like, well, it's A, right? Let's just set up for the retake. But now they don't even know that anymore. Like, this silence has actually kind of helped Ence. It's spread apart this Complexity CT side somewhat. You know, their attention just isn't fully fixated on the A site yet. That should enable a bomb plant to come in here and turn the clock against Complexity.
Yeah, the util is key. Ence have so much of it, and they should use it while they can. And Molly could burn NATO out of the connector. He might even have to commit, push back to the corner. Bomb plant for Ence in the smoke. 10 seconds when that comes through. Cole can't stop it, thanks to the Molotov. And now they're going to move in. Ence, are they ready? Sunny's peeled off. He's going to take a look, and NATO's already been spotted. The spray is good. Can't continue. Blame does trade, and that armor that he bought as well could be worth its weight in gold in this clutch situation. One-on-one, looking for the last place. Found the gun. Alu's gone all the way around. The bomb is for him at the back of green. And Blame has got the read, but not the shot. Alu
So
keeping
close.
things alive for Ence. And even though it was only pistols for Cole, they make it close.
Yeah, super close there for Blame. Unfortunate turn of events for him at the end of the round. Should see some, well, a better investment, I should say, coming into this next round.
Definitely a nice slowdown for Ence, right? Like, it forces Cole into uncomfortable spots. You understand why they have to play connector. They can't, you know, in a 2-on-2 sit in the site because there's so many positions Ence can come from and just wrap them. So Cole decided to give them everything and can't get that retake clutch in. Config dead again in the sandwich. Nice grenade in main. Bit of a beating onto Ence.
Yeah, back on the Deagles here for Complexity. Sergey peeking out a pop. They're going to pinch this outside site using a bunch of utility over there on the bomb train. Sunny finds his way over to the lane. So far, so good for Ence. They're going to get a bomb plant out of this. Just Poison left live, and that's not for too long. No bomb plant necessary. Ence go 4-2. And this is for all of you that doubted Ence in the beginning. Pretty apparent who you were. We know who you are. You know who you are.
Rush, is he considering the double AWP right? No, he's not going to do it. There was a delay. There was a hesitation, perhaps, as Cole considered it, but just going to stick on it for one for now. Poison, last time he had the AWP, he was picked B up immediately by Alu and was out of the round. Where's he going this time? He's staying on that A site. NATO solo B again. And Ence setting up for a faster A approach.
Oh, straight in. Sergey having a great game. Opens this round up. The bomb, however, back in through this B site. NATO Sapphics has to try and hold the line for these rotations to come in. He's missed his opportunity. He does pick it up the second time around. And now more than ever, just needs to stay alive. That nade finds a nice bit of chip damage onto Sunny. One of these rotations is cut down by Alu. And so the numbers not exactly built up here for Complexity. It's an even odds 2-on-2. NATO, they try and flash him through that smoke. Instead, he gets blinded. And, oh, Sunny is crouched down. NATO doesn't know, and now he hears that utility on the side of Sunny, but NATO in with the kill, leaves it all on Alu. And a 1v3 does have the AWP to play with, but that bomb is the problem. He wants to try and get it, but to do so, he's got to navigate this site that's swarming with Cole players. You can see that Rush is hinging over in that connector. Tag on the first peak, Deeg out, and that's going to find NATO, but 35 seconds, and Rush gets that all-important trade. Complexity, they will finally break that little streak of Ence by putting their first round on the board.
There are those moments where you see something about to happen. You get the same vibes with the config sometimes. Sometimes with Alu, you're just like, yep, they're about to pop off. But not this time. Maybe next. Complexity put up a much-needed third. NATO plays very well disciplined inside of the site.
Yeah.
Good on him. Oh, yeah. ESL.gg/fancam. I haven't even pumped it one time.
Shoe on head.
Shoe on head. Don't call me a shoe head. ESL.gg/fancam. Join us. We're in the playoffs. We'd love to throw you on the screen. If you're not doing anything inappropriate, of course.
Oh, Ariel, he's out there. This player in pop. Rush getting the drop from Ivy. His config with the assist, and Poison follows up. The AWP not needed on this CT side. Sergey again trading inside of the ladder room, but he's so low. Relying on Alu to do some heavy lifting in this one again. He's going to get boosted. No one is above a train, though. Nothing to be seen. Again, Cole just tuck in right now. Man advantage. No reason to give up much. You know the AWP is still up. Quite literally, but they can't see a thing. Minute on the clock. Ence, they like to play with a round timer, and they've got all the time in the world to do so. Not wanting to give this AWP away to Poison, who is scraping in the connector. Missed shot. Alu on the peak. Gets dinked as well to 50.
I'll blame F. Somebody call Olaf, because there's about to be a party.
Not ready for that. Sunny gets the better of him and follows up as well. Now, Poison is here to keep us in a 2-on-2, but he needed to stay alive there. Now NATO left on the rotation, armored only at MP9. Pop player tags him down and is there to finish the job. So that A site falls apart again for Cole.
And how low they were there at the end of the round was definitely winnable for NATO.
Yeah, he doesn't know that, right? Like, he doesn't want to take the pop-con fight with an MP9 because he'll likely lose it. He thinks he can get across, but actually, with Sergey on 15 HP, it would have only taken a bullet. Sunny, great entries as well, right? Blame does a lot of damage, but it's not finished off by Rush. And then, even though Sunny pulls the bomb out, expecting the site to be clear, traded out, still enough for Ence, finding 5. Back to Deegs for Cole. Triple nades. They got a lot of damage last time with 1 in main. One comes in early, does next to nothing. Some more to follow, but you can see Ence very aware of this possibility. Alu still getting hit by the 3rd. I love the wave of nades, right? You see the first, you're like, oh, they've naded Con. They're done. And then another one comes in. Oh, 2, no more. That's it. 3, okay. Well, now I'm 20 health. Sunny's out Ivy with an Mac-10 rather, looking for these anti-eco kills. Sergey's gone early in the round. Sunny can't figure out where he's getting shot from, but he does respond. Config pushes main, and Blame with 3 out of nowhere on the Deeg. I don't know what happened, but it's a cold round.
Hugo, talk to me. How often have you seen these MP9 buys do anything for Cole? How many kills do you reckon they've had? Not many, right?
Yeah.
How many do you think the Deagles have
here
had?
we go.
In a lot of these rounds.
What have Cole even had MP9s, Harry? You're trying to throw that back at me.
Multiple times. That's all NATO's really had. He's a 1 rifle buy. This is his 2nd.
So what you're saying is, if they had a dedicated Deagle player.
Well, if they had I mean, you know, if they had just one guy, right, playing Deagle, maybe.
Harry, I'm not against the idea. I like it situationally.
Which means not every round.
No, not every round. Sometimes, not always.
Applicable game plan. But Harry up for coaching opportunities. That's just Harry. GG at gg.gg. Big shot from Sergey. See you later, NATO. Gets deleted from across the whole map. Just get your feelings hurt.
Welcome back.
More damage as well. This Deagle chomping at the bit to get away with more than 1. And Sergey, he's having like a vintage performance right now. Poison might be really in a spot of bother here with Sergey being so damn close.
Block.
Yampy wrapping around. He's got a lot of kills available. And there's the AK that was dropped. Oh my goodness, no. He's picked it up and he killed his teammate in the chaos. What? He was so bloodthirsty, but now Sunny trying to do it again. There's one with the Deeg. Onto the M4. In the site, Rush on the defuse. Molly comes in just a little too late, and Rush has gotten away with it. What a weird round. Yampy was so hungry for kills. He did not care who he took down in the process.
He looked at you the wrong way, and you just got smoked. He does get a DK out of it.
Sergey gives him the gun, and he kills him.
That's the most insane part.
It's obviously because he sees 3 players, right? So in his head, he's like, okay, I got to get 3 kills here and now. So the second he sees another player move
this was a cracking shot onto Sergey, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, and still Cole win the round. They get double flanked, 2 layers of players behind their backline, and it's still going to be a Cole round. Rush, the balls to stick it. Alu already opened up. This game is entertaining.
Had to be done. Had to stick it, and he did. You're right. I think that Molly was just a little short. Doesn't matter now, though. That's in the past. Alu, having found his way up there to Olaf with an AWP, strikes config with it. That leaves us in a 5-on-3.
Oh, Rush. He's going for it. Full spray, full commit, and he does get away, killing Yampy in the process. Ence dropping B with 2. It's empty. NATO's come out to help outside, but that's just given Ence all the room in the world. What will they do with it? Bomb plant coming out wide as well. I like this. They're setting up for the fact that Alu's still on the A site. He'll try and stay alive and come in again on one of these backstabs, but Cole want nothing to do with it. They're looking to save Alu in a precarious position now as they're going to look for him. He's found 1. Rush coming out, Ivy gone as well, and this has fallen apart for Cole. The man on the backstab might just ace in the front line as Blame is left alone in pop. Uh-oh.
He might.
Oh, ace denied. Blame, though. Can he get away with this M4? He's holding on to it. He's making a good case, and he's retrieved the AWP as well, but only the tag to Sergey. Ence going to retake the lead, 6-5. Alu's having a great time recently in CS. Like, I don't know what it is. This guy's like the Jeepers Creepers of like CSGO. It's like every like 3 years he'll like come alive, you know, and start wrecking in the nighttime. and then suddenly can just drop off again. But this kind of tear that the Ence have been on, like to even be in this position, right? A lot of people saw Ence in the Pro League and they were like, lol. Like, kind of cool to see Yampy there, but what are they even going to do? And man, they've had a great season here.
There they are, those fan cams, I promise you, they are filled up now. Good luck getting a seat in there.
I love how Ence are abusing this B-bomb side, right? They figured out that NATO's there. They know that he's like, you know, not that, well, I was going to say like least experienced, but that's not really the talking point, right? He's the filler in, he's the stand-in for Cole. And so they're abusing the fact that he is keen to rotate. He is keen to go and help on that out of the site, maybe even called by Blame and getting into B time and time again for Ence. The one time we've seen NATO in the forefront of the site when Ence have committed, he's actually put up a really good round, but not in that one. Pushed away, back to A, and Ence take it.
Yeah, we find ourselves on round 11, excuse me, round 12. 11 rounds in the board. And also a quick technical timeout. These things do happen. So we're going to get a switch of TeamSpeaks here, switch of third-party proprietary software.
Oh, for us? All right, then, hang on. I'll join the other one.
Join the other one? Okay. Look at this. This is
User
nice.
has left your channel. How was that? Was that all right?
Okay.
Yeah, I really...
I mean, it wasn't like...
No, yeah, it's not going to
convinced,
It's not going to
but,
break
like,
the
I get
sound barrier or anything with stuff like that. But hey,
We
you know,
can.
it's, we could.
And we,
I hate that AK, like the net one, the net mesh. I don't know what it's called.
Nash.
Yeah, it's ugly.
rude. It's got
What would Alu
feelings,
have to
too.
say?
Something that is getting a little bit worrying is that Ence, as you pointed out, Hugo, have figured out about these fast rotates off of B, right? They've very much caught on to that in these last few rounds. And you know what? While this bomb has been going down on the B side, I don't think it's Complexity realizing quite how kind of orchestrated that entire play is, right? Because it kind of feels like it's just happening in the mid round, when in reality, that bomb is often waiting outside of the B site from the get-go.
Yeah. And usually, if you're on CT side, right, you can read the fact that it's a B play via two things, right? If Ence like don't show any presence, T-Con and Ivy in the first like 15, 20 seconds, you go, well, no one's pressuring A, they're probably going B. The other way is like Ence throw a bunch of fake smokes, but no one commits behind them. And then Cole go, well, they threw smokes, but no one's out. So again, it's got to be B. But Ence aren't doing that. They are pressuring A. They're sending in Alu into T-Con. He's getting the picks. And then two players walking in late in the round. Cole at that point assume it's a commitment on A because Ence have been running these slow outer splits. But yeah, it's already in the heads of Cole, right? Sandwich position's been bad for them as well. They haven't won a fight from that. Config and Blame both getting dropped there.
I saw that an Ence fan replied to the Yampy 3K clip where he team kills Sergey, saying, "Kill is kill." Like, doesn't
Kill is
seem
kill.
yeah, you know,
Kill is
it's like
kill. He's
fair
not
enough,
wrong.
right? Like 3 in the round, but 1 is your teammate.
I mean, it looked cool from here, so kill is kill.
It technically lose them the round, keep in mind.
We'll keep that on the DL for now.
Don't want to rub it in. Right now, Ence, they're pretty moisturized.
Yes.
This is what I love about Sergey. He's the kind of guy to type plus right and then just peace out of the server for now, right?
See you in a few rounds.
Look, we even get the replay, so this is it. He picks up the gun that Sergey drops. He saw 3 and is like, this is it. This is my moment. If Valve are watching, this is what I want them to see. And then just, oh, well.
Kill is kill.
Can't be
Kill
trusted.
is kill.
Sergey, you won't forget that one, will you?
Backbanned, and of course now game banned for team killing as well. So really just building a case up against him.
The old 30-minute cooldown, that's what this pause is. Ence have...
You have to sit here and wait for the TK
Get back to
ban.
the lobby has never been more true.
Look at this camera angle.
Yeah.
It's slightly see-through. Is that like a ghost?
Yes.
It's like full Harvey Dent, you know, he's like Two-Face.
Yeah, we should just start superimposing images of players.
Onto the
the
models, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a little unrealistic, but I mean, if Game of Thrones can have a dragon, why can't we do that?
Imagine
You know what I mean?
imagine you get
Got the same
knifed by
budget.
imagine you get knifed by JW and then you see his like cheeky face
Just looking at you?
Yeah, like looking back at you. Oh, that would give you nightmares, man. You'd be terrified. I hear a lot of typing, but I don't see a lot of moving. And that there gets me worried, Hugo.
Yeah.
So do you think you could maybe, I don't know, like ring NATO, tell him to get a move
I'll
on?
fix it. There we go.
Wow. Wow, he's done it.
Back in. Yeah, they got to buy here, right? Cole pretty broke, and so eco wouldn't mean that they have everything in the next round, and that really just digs them a deeper hole, right? They don't have a better option, but Ence are continuing to build on the T side of their map pick. Yeah, this buy is pretty weak, right? We got a scout on Poison. Doesn't want to get Kev, needs that money for Deegs. Deegs have done some damage. Blame and Co picked up a round on this outer site, but Ence don't want anything to do with it, right? And this is where we should have that early B rotate that we were talking about. Cole, they see A, they see one smoke, but they don't see a single person. They go, guys, is it A? Probably not A. We should leave. Poison already going inner. NATO is ready and waiting on the other side. And Ence just setting up an execute, right? This should be fine for them. They've just got to get past NATO.
Yeah, and down through the lower ramp, right? They do bypass pretty much all the danger NATO dealt with. And the follow-up is in from Aerial. Poison is going to tag one, makes it a double with the scout. And now things get a little bit more interesting here as that bomb does go down. So it is going to be complexity on the clock and having to retake this B site. But already a nice bit of damage done. Alu, however, up here, peeking in with that AWP. Poison is not in a position to help his teammates out just yet with the scout. And so that might give Alu a little bit more free range. Missed shot onto Poison. Config with his Deagle other side of that smoke, and he's going to get the better of Sunny. There's the spam from Sergey, and Poison moving in to try and trade, but he can't, as the fights just aren't being given over. Just looking to maximize damage here if you're Cole, and they do take the AWP out of the round. That's a bit of a grave error for Ence. Blame lives to tell the story, gets away with the AWP, strips it out the hands of the Finns. And so suddenly, like, yeah, you don't win the round, but you do a lot of damage. You force 4 reinvestments, including that AWP, and you get a freebie for yourself moving into this next round. That's a pretty good eco.
Unfortunately, pretty good. Doesn't do a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, right? It's still a strong T side for Ence. Cole, another chance to make things interesting in this one. The Eagles dropped over to the team, and the double sniper. Config waiting on the bomb train. Poison's pushing inner with the AWP, and he's cleared it out already. He knows that B is empty, but Ence again doing that same thing, right? Showing presence on A, clearing inner late. They don't have the bomb with them, right? So this might be a pop into A with double Ivy, but we'll see where it goes right now. Aerial can always rejoin the troops. Do Cole want control? Certainly looks to be the case. Pushing close towards T-Con. Flashed in by Blame. Emptied out. Aerial's holding for this though, right? He's giving it up. Poison flashed off at B. He's got to fall off the angle. He might step into the Molotov, but decides against it. Doesn't want to give away the first pick. Ence have realized that Cole have taken T-Con as well. The spam for Config gives it all away, and he hits the AWP fire back as well. Playing with fire by standing on this very wall-bangable wall, but Aerial, oh dear, he tucks out and kills Config. That control for Cole lost. And they did have a couple B, but now they're going back towards that A site, and rightly so. Ence is setting up.
Yeah, that AWP rotates over from B, and Blame puts up the first kill for complexity. I feel like we were hyping up NATO a lot early on. Let's see if he can deliver as well over in the sandwich, because he is now the only man left in this A bomb site for complexity. Hidden in this position, doesn't get checked, and tries to play the trigger discipline just for a moment. That wastes even more time off the clock. Now Sergey is looking to trade, but the Deagle's in with another, and it's left into this 1v1. Sergey versus Blame F, up on top of the trains. Sergey, I think he's seen him. Indeed he has. He's closing the distance, going for the kill, because he doesn't have the bomb. Blame can't get away in time. And Ence, they get 8 on the board. They narrowly win that out. Sergey with a very, very big round there.
Yeah, Blame got tagged by the AK, which slowed his movement down. He should have made that, but Sergey hits him once through the wall, and that just stops his movement dead in his tracks. NATO stalls for long enough, but Sergey, no bomb, no plant, just rushed down the final player. Blame has been left in a lot of these eco clutches, these eco one-on-ones, and has yet to be able to convert one. Ence, this is a great T side. Even though these rounds are getting very dicey at times, they're still taking it over the line. 8-5. Blame pushing down Ivy. Wants some aggression. He doesn't see Sunny. He was tucked. Fires back. Blame gives it up. Full buy for Cole with no AWP in this round. NATO is going to get dealt a full B play by the looks of things. Ence again setting up this execute. Poison's come to assist. Watching the ramp, but they could flash him off. NATO, what can he do on top of the trains? He's already blind. Got some utility to use. Poison trades 1 for 1, but they get the molly down on the bottom. That's going to stall things out. Ence have already pushed in deep past him, and Yampi comes in with a backstab. Will he get shot from the sidelines, though? Blame in spawn, sees the head, and takes it off. Bomb planted for Ence. They've won this 3-on-3 before.
And you can see how haunted they are by the memories of that double wrap. You know, they spend all this time clearing out the back lines. And that's going to cost them some precious time here. Alu will get smoked off, but just before the smoke plumes, he removes Blame F from the round. And leaves this in a 2-on-2 now. Inside of the site, Complexity find themselves moving in for the killing blow. But Sunny here at ramp is able to get the better of config. Looking to follow up, can't deal with Rush, but there's so little time. There's not even time for the defuse if Rush wanted there to be. And so Ence stroll into B, and they get away with a 9th round. This is a very, very compelling T side thus far.
Yeah, for Alu, well played. He just waits out the smoke, knows he's the last one. He doesn't have to really do anything at that point, but just ensure that Rush can't defuse. Last round of the half. Remember, y'all, this is playoffs. A double elimination at that.
Yeah, loser of this matchup is going down to face Mouse Sports right in that lower bracket elim game, so not an easy matchup right there. Scout out on Poison. I feel like we've had more scouts than orbs in the CT side. The money for Cole has, not been there.
I love this, though.
Ooh, he saw it. Back up the ladder, maybe. Whoa. Sergey dodging death only for a moment. Config's got a gun, and Ence have got that A-bomb site. They're running through. Rush with one. He doubles up on top of the trains, and now Ence, stuck behind the smoke, will bail. It's only Sunny. Blink and you miss it. This round is all Coles. Sunny is going to need one hell of a 1-on-5 to keep this in the favor of Ence. It's going back down Ivy. Rush already on a 2-piece, keeping his eyes on it.
It all happened so fast. You might have actually blinked and missed it.
Yeah, not the glamorous ending to the half that Ence were hoping for, but a great recovery from Cole. What can Sunny do in this 1v5? We're not expecting much, so anything really is an improvement on this current situation. He's just got to full send it. 3 players inside of the A site, and one of them up here on top of the train. Sunny, he saw Poison there, but that's drawn his attention in, and there's the trade from Rush. So he gets one, but that's the end of the half. All said and done, it's 6 on the board for Cole, 9 for Ence as they put up a convincing T side. Find out who takes this pick, Ence's pick, after a quick break, so don't you go anywhere.
And Cole on the T side.
We truly are halfway there on train. But living on a prayer is going to be Complexity currently. We're going to see the utility come out here accordingly. A lot of presence here towards Ivy, included the bomb. Jumpy tucking in behind the close box. And finally, there's a response in the form of Aerial. Bomb drop there towards Ivy creates a bit of a conundrum.
Yeah, not the place they wanted it. Look at Ence's rotation, triple backline. This is going to make things very hard. Blame. He wants a flank of his own, and he might just get it walking in through the connector. Rush just has to stall, stay alive, right? They don't actually know that Ence have set up in this way. Aerial's even pushed down Ivy to clear that position. Sergey's gone back to check, and he gets the information. Even if he doesn't hang around, now Ence know where one of these 2 players are. It's all about Rush. Creeping and crawling. But some long sight lines and not with a gun for it. He does get a dink, tries to follow up, aim punched off the angle, but he can take his time. A minute on the clock, and Blame has come out back into A. Sergey eliminates him. He is on fire right now, and Rush needs to fire back, but cannot. Ence find a pistol round. They go up 10-6, and this map pick looks very good for them right now.
Holding on doesn't get any easier. That I can assure you. Ariel with that saving grace stops the bomb at Ivy. Ultimately wins the round out.
Ooh, Force with no plant. Cole are delaying their first rifle round. This has got to be successful, right? They're certainly warmed up with the Deagles, that's what we can say. And they're going to go fast as well towards T-Con. No one committing. A couple of players setting up above Pop. 2, deep smoke. Config, will he respect it? Probably not. But maybe for the time being, they've yet to gain Ivy, nor that Pop control. Grenade going in. Ariel gets chunked. And again, down to 4. Get out of there, buddy.
He has the second nade bound, and he's like, yeah, I guess I better check it. And then just, it's right there. Oh, again. That's a great bit of util damage, though. And that's going to force one of these SMGs to play very, very conservatively here. Ooh, Poison was waiting for that peek, and while it was delivered to him, he doesn't do any damage, doesn't get a kill. Sunny is aggressed into main as well. How far does he go with this? That's a pretty big question right now. Because if he keeps going, there's a chance he either catches Rush in rotation, which is a huge bit of information and potentially a man advantage, or he just spots that this side of the map is clear. Unfortunately for him, he actually missed kind of both the timings for that, so they don't know about this. And this man in main, what it will do is facilitate an extra rotate into the B bomb site, because Sunny hasn't seen or heard anything yet. And so there's 3 players here for Ence, ready and waiting. As Complexity now move in for the kill. Down the ramp, Sergey in with 1. There's the trade for Rush. Ariel's still here, holding on, not letting them into this site, and this UMP completely annihilates Cole. Alu there to help out right at the very end, and Ence, they get that conversion. They deal with what was a forced buy for Complexity. And now it's just going to have to be an eco, so giving over 12.
And no head armor there with Cole buying Deagle, Kev, and then utility. So Ariel, 4 health, but he just obliterates them as they come down the ramp, just gooshing. Gushing blood. It's Ence up to 11. Cole eco. Feels like we haven't even seen them buy in this map. And that won't change for now.
Like a fresh bowl of mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Big nades. Landing right at the feet of Ence.
No one's safe, are they?
Nobody. They've got some nades of their own. They don't need to use them just yet. Concentrated, that'll make a big problem for Complexity, who are, well, armorless, as you might have guessed.
Pop in the pop.
Yeah, they kind of wanted to fight there more than anything. You know, because it's like you get Pop, but then it's like all that does is tell you, well, they're playing back in the site with rifles, and that's not great for us.
Yeah, no one's really trying to do all that. Especially on that T side, you're not trying to fight those super duper long angles with no armor. And no guns. Really nothing.
Little do Cole know, but B is free, right? Or at least it was. Sunny just got here, but Sergey was holding it alone with the USP. That's like the best chance Cole would have had at making anything of this round, right? You often see eco rounds end on B for the plant, but Cole, ain't no way they're getting a plant in this one. They're going to need to hit some bangers. And Alu already spotting. He's got a couple. Oh, dear. Headshots galore for Alu. Deagle out. Cannot ace it again. Alu, his second ace denied. 2 4Ks. Oh. And Ariel cleans it up. So, nades may have been good for Cole, but no one really capitalizes on them. At Ence, they do a good job of dealing with these ecos. Now it is buy time for Cole. About time. And they've really got to do something, or this map could slip through their fingers here and now.
Yeah, good call on Alu right there. You'll see the trigger discipline to start tapping when he realizes that he's overran. Some nice shades down there in the bottom right, fella.
See the dude in the helmet that had horns on it, but it was like I don't know, like a 1950s like era war helmet with.
Did not see that.
Yeah, well, it was in there. I don't think I'll ever see that again, man. That was pretty cool. NATO waiting outside of this B site with the rest of the team in tow. Pretty last-ditch attempt for success here. They're only up against this bonus round, so if Complexity can't find anything now, then they likely can't find anything at all. And NATO could get caught with his utility out. He does get the better of Sergey. Still a lot of bodies here over towards B, and almost the line up for Alu. He's going to go back in for more, and that is a decision he'll come to regret, but nobody's cleared out Sunny. Poison dropped with the bomb. Man up above is NATO, and he doesn't get the trade. Luckily enough, Config will, but he's thinking, do I have to do everything myself?
Wow.
And the answer would have had to have been yes. Somehow, Ence long that round out. They get away with a hell of a lot. And they find it on the bonus round.
Huge read as well. Triple B, right? Ariel was pushed in main again, so Ence had that risk, they had that info. NATO, he tries to trade, but he walks into the smoke, and that eludes his vision to the player below. And after Cole got a double entry, right? Killing Alu deep, killing a player pushing up, but they were like, yeah, man, B's clear, free bomb plant. No, it was not. That UMP waiting on the spools will fool Complexity, who are back to pistols, fast out A, at least for NATO. He's going to get picked by the orb through the pixel gap. Alu was at the back, and he's looking for more. Leg on Poison, finished by Yampi, and this two-man setup on Ivy is not letting anyone in. It's Ence running the board again, 14-6, a dominant display in this map. It wasn't just one side. They've yet to let Cole get on this second half. And now Yampi's gone for the double orb. It was about time. He's been a bit quiet in this map, right? At least on the first half, but now...
Except for that one round where he got that TK. I mean, other than that...
Got a 3-piece. Or a 1-piece if you discount the team kill from the 2-piece. That's maths right there, but right now the numbers, they're all looking good for Ence.
How in the hell am I supposed to follow that up? Alu.
Ooh.
With one of the AWPs, but Yampi taking the other shot from the inner side of things. Cole's response, AWP in the hands of Poison. Perhaps Ariel will give him that peek from the back of the train stop. Getting blinded, he's going to fire a shot off. That's going to give Alu the room to take his own shot, but no one's landing anything. So equal health across the board.
And Yampi's re-aggressed B. Blame is holding for it, but how long do they keep this up? NATO's going to try and walk it, and that'll be his death warrant signed by Yampi. No trade, and a man advantage taken here for Ence. They're feeling very, very good about this round now, and this one would put them on 15. Man up in it.
Yeah, this is now Ence's round to lose. One wrong misstep will give Complexity an open door and be the first round of the half for him, really.
Oh, Rush. Very dangerous. Sunny's running and reloading. What did he think? There was no one there. Rush had walked up with his own smoke and gets that kill. That's a split into the back line, keeping Ence occupied on the A site. Sergey on B, laying down death, and Blame is gone as well. This round is looking lost. Rush has no time to get that bomb plant. He might even just try and save. He's going to throw everything at this round, but Ence are not going to be giving him the fight he desires. 15, and Rush is out of there. May have got a double on the flank, but Ence are going to lock down the B play. They were double set up inner from the start of the round.
They're going to lock down more than the B play. They're going to lock down that 15th.
Counter-terrorists win.
One hell of a game for Ence. I want to see if this keeps up, right? We do know that, like, out of the maps for Complexity, this is one that they don't frequent. It's their second least played map. So, you know, you got that asterisk on it right now, but with Mirage coming up next, even though, you know, Ence historically have shown a lot of success on that map, maybe not recently. Yeah, Cole's pick, they've got to win it. That's how a BO3 works.
Yeah, I think Complexity's most notable victory here on Train out of the 2 wins that they have would be versus Astralis, right? Who have shown to be a pretty damn good Train team with this new squad. But there, Obo was one of the top performers in the server, so his presence being missed right now. Yampi and Sunny all chiming in. The Orbs just wreaking havoc, and it's left to Rush and NATO in a 2-on-4 to try and deny the pretty one-sided victory here in favor of the Finns. Rush already out from main. He's lost his teammate. 1v4 required, and there it is. Ence locking the victory on their map pick, dominantly so, with a team ace to finish things off. The Finns look good, but now we head to Mirage, the map pick of Complexity. You don't want to miss this series, so stick around, because we'll be back in just a moment.
to focus. It doesn't matter cause you live a lie. You want attention from every guy in the park, but when you call, give you my heart, you rip it out. I can't pretend to like you, I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you, I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you, I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you.
I've been so anti. Yeah, you're a bad chick and you know that. Eyes roll back every time you throw that. Love letter on your bed, I wrote that. I need you and I'm not afraid to show that. I could buy you anything, anything on your everything, everything. Buy you anything, anything on your everything, everything. My world falls down when you pick me up. I came up from a small town, no one hit me up. Now they wanna be my friend. Everybody play pretend. But now I'm pulling up in a Bentley. No, really ain't you can tell me. What?